What if the road you're driving on isn't taking you home, but deeper into a place that doesn't exist on any map? Think about the instinct that screams at you to speed up when the trees start closing in and the radio cuts to static. You're isolated. The shadows are watching. And every breath you take feels like it's being mirrored by something crouching just out of sight. Welcome to Shadowland, a place where darkness breathes and silence speaks. Tonight, we venture onto a desolate highway where the asphalt feels like a trap and the exits lead nowhere. We explore the account of a driver who found himself on a stretch of road that should have ended miles ago, and the realization that his passenger wasn't the person he started the trip with stay until the end. If you want to know what's really waiting at the next rest stop. It was 2 a.m. on a stretch of highway cutting through the thick, suffocating forests of the Pacific Northwest. I was driving home from a late shift, the kind of drive where the white lines on the road start to look like teeth. The road was a liminal space, an empty corridor of gray and black where the only thing that felt real was the hum of my tires. I passed a hitchhiker, a man in a worn American denim jacket standing perfectly still by a mile marker. Against my better judgment, or maybe just out of a need for human contact in the isolation, I pulled over. He didn't speak when he climbed in. He just sat there staring straight through the windshield. For 30 minutes there was a strange sense of safety. We made good time. The heater was blasting and the silence was almost peaceful. I thought I was just being a good Samaritan. But then I noticed the smell. It wasn't sweat or rain, it was the smell of damp earth and something sweet, like rotting lilies. I glanced over at him. His hands were resting on his knees. I realized then that his fingers didn't have knuckles. They were smooth, pale tubes that looked almost human, but not quite. He wasn't breathing. My own breath hitched as I realized I hadn't seen his chest move once since he got in the car. "Where are you headed?" I whispered, my voice cracking. The man turned his head. His neck didn't move, his entire torso twisted with a wet, grinding sound. He didn't have eyes, just smooth, unbroken skin where the socket should have been. "I'm already there," he rasped. I slammed on the brakes, the car skidding across the asphalt. But when the smoke cleared, the passenger seat was empty. I was alone on the highway again, or so I thought, until I looked in the rearview mirror and saw the muddy handprints appearing one by one on the inside of the back window. If you want to survive the next night in Shadowland, make sure to subscribe and leave a light on in the comments. It helps us find you in the dark. Sleep well. If you're sure you didn't pick up something that was waiting for a ride.